So I want to thank you again for joining us today, and I hope you have a wonderful time here in Philadelphia. And I want to introduce you to Stephen Randall from the Ford Motor Company. Steve?
Thanks for keeping my water, Don. I appreciate that. Thanks. I'm very happy to be here today. I am the regional manager here for the Philadelphia region, so I'm a local guy for the press. I want to thank you guys all for coming out this morning. We've had a great turnout. I want to thank you for all your support over the past year and coming to our events and supporting the automotive industry in general. I want to welcome my Ford dealers, fellow Ford dealers out here for your support this past year and for coming here this morning. And I want to welcome the best team in the business, the Philadelphia regional team, who are all there in the back, and they're here to help me answer a lot of the questions you guys may have in the past. So once we're through with our brief remarks here, they'll be available to help you. Some people I want to recognize first is John Clore. John's with our Ford Performance area in Dearborn. Wally Hagen's my marketing manager. Wally's in the back there. Rich Terrell, sales operations manager. Rick Widowich, our service operations manager. Dave Principato, who was here last year and gave the speech on the F-150. He's our brand marketing manager for the East. And also my good partner and friend, Paul Yarborough of Ford Credit. See Paul here as well. Hey, Paul, how are you? And my PR team, Jim Tobin and Biz Forbes. They're here to help, and I'm sure you guys have met them as well. And they're here. We also have a ride drive that afterwards on the F-150 and Mustang that they'll be hosting once we finish here this morning. Again, it's an honor to be here to speak to you guys, to all of you here today, and talk about all the great things that we have going on at Ford. We're here really on the heels of the North America International Auto Show in Detroit, and F-150 was the North America Truck of the Year, and that's, like I said, we unveiled that here last year, so we're excited about having a full year of F-150 in front of us in 2015. In Dearborn, we revealed 3 new vehicles this year. 2016 F-150 Raptor, the Shelby 350R, GT350R, and the all carbon fiber Ford GT. And before somebody asks the question, is a Ford GT here? It's not. It's been Shanghai to Shanghai. We have a limited number of models and a lot of demand for that product. It did top the media best list in Dearborn. And what those products really represent is how innovation is the key to our success at Ford. And one of the ways that we're innovating is through performance. And those vehicles not only provide a halo for our brand, but they also bring us the ability to test new technologies that we can bring to the masses down the road. A great example of that is that the original 2005 GT was our original look into aluminum technologies around our automobile manufacturing process. We took that product, we expanded it to our brands at that time, Jaguar and Land Rover, and that really was the basis and the genesis for the all aluminum F-150. So those products not only look great, but they really do hint at what we're going to do in the future. The other big event that is recent to our memory is the Consumer Electronics Show. And what we did there is we unveiled some of the other efforts we were taking at Ford to drive innovation in every piece of our business. There they really outline what we talk about as far as some of the mega trends that we're looking at Ford and making us a innovation, not just a product company, but a mobility company. What do I mean by that? I guess one of the best examples that I can talk about as far as the things that we're looking at on that global front is the urbanization that's occurring around the world. 50 years ago, there were only 4 cities that had 10 million people in them. Now there's 59. That, coupled with the fact that we expect the middle class to double between now and 2030, are going to put some pressures on the infrastructure in these cities, as well as some of the air quality issues that you see. One of the interesting things that we're discovering as we look at some of these mega trends is that 75%, it's estimated that 75% of the congestion around cities is around people looking for parking. And as a Philadelphia area resident, I know how that works firsthand as I'm driving around on a Friday night trying to find a place to park. Wouldn't it be interesting that if you had technology in your car, that other cars would tell you where the parking spots are available, and you were able to access that from your car so you knew where to go to help ease congestion? Well, those are the types of things that we're looking at the future. Just some of the experiments that are underway as a part of our Ford Smart Mobility Plan. And a lot more about that will be coming in the coming months. Now with that, I want to kind of transition. That's kind of the big picture of some of the things we're doing on an innovative front. But on near term, we just finished 2014, and Ford was the best-selling brand again for the 5th consecutive year. We just were announced as the most researched brand on the internet, and we have the highest loyalty of any manufacturer. And for 15, our plan is to go into full growth mode. We have 15 global launches. We have 7 in North America alone. We are going to launch Sync 3.0, and our plan is to sell our 5 millionth EcoBoost engine. In fact, we've expanded EcoBoost lineup to now you can get an EcoBoost engine in 100% of our lineup. No different nationally than in Philadelphia. We are in full growth mode. 2014 was our best year of sales since 2005. We set all-time records in Fusion and Escape sales. And for 15, we're really excited that we have a full year of F-150 ahead of us. And that car is off to an extremely fast start. For 38 years, it's the best-selling truck in America. And I don't know if you guys had an opportunity. We brought the Mustang bucket list tour here to launch the Mustang in October. We had an extensive ride and drive there. So a full year of Mustang is another thing that we're looking forward to here in Philadelphia. It's been an icon for over 50 years. And if you look at it from a global perspective, we're now going to bring that car to over 100 markets worldwide. So we're taking our icon on the road, so to speak. Plus, we have a brand new 2015 Focus that we just launched at the end of last year that we're looking at for a full year of this year. But the two new vehicles that we're really going to talk about today, we're going to talk about the new Explorer and the new Edge. They join Escape, which is all new last year, in a renewed SUV lineup. One of the things about why these two products are so important for Philadelphia is that 4 out of every 10 vehicles sold in the Philadelphia market are SUV-type vehicles, and that is growing. With gas prices at the levels that they are now, we expect that the growth to continue along those segments. I'm going to talk about them in order that they're going to come to us. The 2015 Edge is on an all-new platform. It has a brand new 2-liter EcoBoost engine, standard, a lot more fun to drive. It's 26% stiffer, and has an all-new rear suspension. It's got more driver technology with active park assist, side park sensors, a 180-degree camera to help you get out of your parking spot and out onto the road, standard rear camera, and adaptive cruise. So the car will adapt to the level that you ask it to do as you're going down the highway. And that'll be available in our dealerships in the spring of 2015. Also new for this year is the all-new 2016 Ford Explorer. Explorer has been the best-selling SUV over the past 25 years. We sold over 7 million Explorers in the United States. And building on that 25 years of innovation is the all-new 2016 Explorer. It's got a new technology suite with enhanced park assist. It actually has parallel and perpendicular parking. So not just helping you with a parallel park, but those tight spots as you're trying to back into them on a perpendicular basis. Front and rear cameras, what I found is neat is it's got a park out assist. Sometimes I find I can get myself in, but getting out is not nearly as simple, but it also has that technology, and it's got a new 500-watt Sony audio system. It's got a new 2.3-liter EcoBoost with more horsepower and torque than its predecessor, which was a 2.0-liter, and a new Platinum Series, which will be our highest quality, most premium interior that we have ever produced. And it's coming all new to us, to our dealerships this summer. Now with that, I'd just like to thank you all for coming. And as you can see, 2015 will be a year of growth for Ford, both here and nationally. I'd like to thank you again for coming. I want to invite you all to the ride and drive, which will be this way. We have some of our zone managers who will be taking you over there if you wish. And I'll be here around the podium with Biz and Jim to answer any questions. But really, thanks again for coming, and have a great show.